Welcome my friends, we're talking about hit-ups and specifically troop allocation. What do I mean by that? Well, we're gonna watch some process on these videos because hit-ups, they are really tough with the new updates. So again, not many people are really struggling. We matched up against WHF. They ended up beating us, but we had some great Town Hall 10 hit-ups. They struggled on it. Other clans are struggling on it on the elite clan side. So this first go round, it's all about troop allocation. The thing you want to do with hit-ups, you got to figure out the best amount of troops to use and make adjustments where needed. Because if you say bring a golem where maybe you could get away with using 3 or 4 giants, that's what I mean by troop allocation, because that will give you more either cleanup troops or a kill squad push. And I'll let you know exactly what that looks like on this attack. So Oreo showing us on a fresh hit. Now fresh hits are very difficult, and on the next one I will take it down. But again, we work as a team. If you ever have someone just hit a base and they run a plan and say it's a good plan and you rerun it, y'all are working together. You know, you get the 2-star together, so just keep that in mind. You are a team, you are a clan. And anyways, so a couple tweaks I'll make. He accidentally put the bowlers in range of the mortar. That really hurt the bowlers being able to push in, and thus he was not able to create this funnel at the 3 o'clock side, and because of that, he was not able to get down the town hall. Now this is the main troop allocation. Now you see this golem coming in. I noticed when I watched the replays over and over, this golem was not needed. And the reason I knew this golem was not needed, there's only 2 defenses here, and by the time the king and queen and bowlers get to the town hall, it doesn't matter. See, the golem's value is depleted. There's no value on that golem. So what that means is I can bring extra cleanup troops to get this base down, because I will definitely need it, because you cannot rely on, because his kill squad shifted around the town hall, I was not going to get all this cleanup here, so I had to bring extra cleanup myself. We're going to speed that one up, and then we're going to watch my attack. He gets the 1-star, and that's okay. He had a great plan. It was a great scout, and the reason why I'm going to run it again, because it was such a good scout, such a good attack that you want to rerun it. Now, if it wasn't close, then I would consider maybe not using the same plan. You definitely want to think about that as you're going forward. So this time, look what I brought. Only 2 golems, and I have 5 baby dragons. This time, I added an extra bowler. So instead of putting 6 bowlers on each side, I'm going to put 7. And look what I'm doing here. Now, in the first attack, he put the rage a little too far outside. Now you might be thinking, well, what's the point of, why having the rage outside? Why does that matter? Well, look, my bowlers did so much more damage here at 12 o'clock than he did, simply put by the rage. The bowlers were in the rage longer, thus their bowlers, they got more damage down. Yes, I added 1 more bowler to it, but that 1 extra bowler would not have done the damage that they did. So very nicely done on the funnel there. I'm gonna kill the CC because I wanted to make sure it was definitely worth using 1 baby dragon to do that. Just because I did not want the CC to ruin my push at 3 o'clock. And it's a good thing I did do it. It was definitely worth the 1 baby. So here comes the 3 o'clock push. This time I put the bowlers inside the mortar range. I'm going to do a test wall breaker. Always want to do that. And here comes my other wall breakers, and look what I've got going here. Now, unfortunately, I could not get this cannon down. I was really hoping this cannon would drop, but you notice here comes the king and the bowlers and the queen. I put them down immediately, so by the time they went on the EA, it would be taken down. Again, no golem necessary. See, the king can take a little damage. It is okay for him. Now he has no damage on him, and the king is actually going to go inside and take the town hall down. Unfortunately, because that cannon was not funneled or taken out, but it's okay because I had a backup plan. If the king didn't get it, the queen. If the queen didn't get the town hall, it's okay. I knew the king could get it as well with his ability. And here comes the baby dragons, and this is why I brought the baby dragons. If I had brought that golem instead, just imagine the golem. He's just banging on a wall right here, doing really nothing. He could have been off by himself in the core, not providing any tank for my queen, and I would have failed on the percentage. So again, you got to just look for those troop allocation units at the hit-ups. It's very important to do that. Otherwise, you're going to find yourself in a heap of trouble. And there you go with a nice 55% 2-star get on out there, do it right. Now, next up on the hit list is Leroy. He is a solid. We have great hit up players, and this was a fresh hit if I remember right. Yes, it was a fresh hit. It sure was. And he did a queen walk. Now, when I first saw this attack, I was like, what is he doing? He made a mistake. But then I wasn't privy to his plan, but once I saw his plan executed, it was brilliantly done. So again, you can do this sort of trick on these sort of bases. I've seen this base design very common. You have kind of I guess a double ring type base. His initial goal was for the queen to come to 3 o'clock, and then he was going to push with Valkyries up to 12. That would create the funnel for the queen, and the queen would snipe the town hall. It didn't end up working like that because guess what? The queen AI can go a little bit wonky sometimes. She decided, you know what, she's going to hit a wall, and sometimes you got to roll with it. You always have to have a backup plan. If you don't have a backup plan on your queen walk, if maybe she goes, you just have to make sure you have a backup on the queen walk, because if you don't and you're not prepared to do something, call an audible, you're going to run into a lot of trouble. Here comes the Valkyries, and the Valkyries did split off, which actually helped the queen get down the town hall. But again, it's okay. At this moment, I was like, he made a mistake. There's no jump, but he did this on purpose. He wanted to clear the sides. He wanted to clear the sides. His initial was to clear this 12 o'clock side so the queen would step up the alleyway by here and then snipe the town hall, because the Valkyries would have cleared all this up the alleyway. Now the Valkyries did split and the king did split. So he was able to really create the funnel on both sides, kind of like a landing strip, and there does the queen. She's going to be able to get down this whole middle section very nicely. So worked out in the end. Now I will say he got a little bit lucky on fortunate, well yeah, definitely fortunate on getting the extra percentage, but definitely not fortunate getting the town hall. That is a strategy that you can use, and we'll speed this one up because she takes her jolly time to get down the town hall and the rest of the troops. But for a fresh hit, even if it didn't succeed, I would have reran this attack, or one of our guys would have reran the attack because it had such a good value to it, and just a great plan indeed. So a lot of people ask, well, how do you know when to run a base and when to hit a base and when not to hit a base? Well, it just comes down to seeing how it went. Sometimes you need to rerun it. Sometimes you're like, you barely got to the town hall, and you just realize, yeah, it's not going to work again. So anyways, this was a fortunate attack. Again, here's a trick in case you didn't know, and I've done this before. If you just have one, even if there was a cannon reaching, look at the value here. You could either put 2 giants here if there was 2 defenses on it, or since there's only 1, you can put 1 giant and then bowler bounce the archer tower, and that opens up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 buildings it's going to take down, plus the builder hut. So that's going to equal 7 buildings just by using 17 camp space. That is huge value on that. Huge value. Now, Blast got a 4-pack in the war, beautifully done, and all this kind of the loons here are just creating for the funnel. That's all that he's doing there for the funnel. There's nothing else there, but he's just creating the funnel with the loons and taking down these archer towers, taking down all this sort of section here. That will enable him more percentage, great troop allocation. This was the second hit on the base, so he knew there was a hound in the CC, and he knew he had to deal with it. So here comes the kill squad going to be coming in at 6. Now this definitely was a lucky hit in the sense of down to the wire, but WHF, they also had some lucky 50% hits as well. So again, in Clash of Clans, luck happens on both sides. In most matchups, you're going to have a number of lucky attacks, and you just have to roll with the punches. Sometimes it goes well for you, sometimes it goes well for the enemy clan, sometimes it goes well for both of y'all. But as long as you're getting solid plans down, you just got to take the luck, guys, and just roll with it. And don't get too caught up on, oh, that's not fair. That's again, it can be unfair. I mean, you do get unlucky, or you do get lucky, but since there's so many attacks in a war, it's bound to happen. So you just kind of have to move past that. But anyways, this coming down to the wire, without a doubt. The bowlers did get quite a bit of nice funnel here. King and bowlers taking down the Infernos. And unfortunately, at this moment in the raid, I was like, oh no, this is not going to be good. This is going to be a fail. But look what we got here. Bowler on the bowler bounce, taking down the Grand Warden almost, getting it low health. That's going to enable the Queen to push up and get the Town Hall. Very nicely done. But look at this. Look how close. Perfect ability. So when the EA, in case you didn't know, you want to save the ability for when it locks onto the Queen, but before it fires, because then it relocks onto the archers. Do you see how it worked that way? That's a good sign to pop that ability. And look, the King is just out of range of the Queen, and she takes it down right on the wire. I mean, you can't get closer than that. Thus, again, a lucky attack, a good strategy that we would have ran again, even if it failed. I think with a couple tweaks, you could have definitely gotten the Queen have higher health there to get the Town Hall. So again, brilliant stuff from Blast. Think about troop allocation, guys. You notice in a couple of those attacks, just in the last one, you can use giant tricks, you can get rid of golems to add more cleanup, because the thing about hit-ups, you have to get the percentage of the Town Hall. You need as many troops as possible, and you got to think about ways and creative ways to either get percentage or get more troops to the Town Hall, etc., etc. So hopefully this helped you. I'm going to be doing a lot of videos because I am on the Hit Up Squad of Spartans Legacy, and so be sure to subscribe, tap the ringity button. A lot of people are not getting my notifications. Make sure you do that, and appreciate you guys for stopping by. We'll see you next time. Halo out.